Hey everyone, this is kind of interesting. A lot of people are asking, can we create landing pages? Of course, we can make any web page you want. A landing page is like a one-page website that isn't quite top to middle to bottom of funnel. It's described that way, but the reality check is even when you land on the landing page, you've already been warmed up by some video or press release or description of what you're going to get when you get there, okay? So usually a landing page picks up from where you already left off in the journey. So it's already middle of funnel, right? A website basically allows you to start at the beginning. A landing page sort of assumes that something drove you to it, so you're already warmed up. Okay, well, anyway, here's the point. A lot of people put landing pages on paid ads. So they go, okay, I've got paid ads driving traffic at my landing page right here, right now, so I'm getting visitors. And then what do most people go through? Weeks or months of getting almost no sales in the beginning because they're trying to refine and figure out what works best, right? And as we all know, you have to keep paying and paying and paying and waiting and letting the algorithms learn how to get you real traffic. And don't go too cheap and don't go too expensive. There's like 50 things to keep in mind, right? But we can erase most of that. Because if we make your landing page for you, then several things. One, we can make your pages write their own content so that they're totally seductive and interesting to the clients. The pages can literally write your marketing pitch for you better than you can write it. And you can just edit through that, which is so much faster than creating it from scratch. That's one. And also, because we can make variations in different subdomains, you can have landing pages for your affiliates. So as you start getting traction in sales, wouldn't you want to recruit others who can also pay for their own ads, right? So you could do that on one website or multiple websites, but the fact of the matter is, once we set up your dream landing page, take any page off the internet, somewhere between $500 and $1,000, we can completely convert it to our functionalities. That means we can create lots of combinations of the structure of the landing page. And it also means your landing page can write itself. And it also means your landing page can monitor its own traffic, which is a huge one. And it also means that your landing page, by monitoring, it can start to make adjustments to improve people's interest on the pages and improve how many people watch the video, improve how many people click to the next step, improve how many people check out your payment page, literally improve everything for you, so that what Google heat maps show is that where people are spending their time on the page is where the heat map expects them to be spending their time on the page. And because Google sees that logical progression of events, it makes your web pages a lot more profitable and prepped for organic release as pitch pages that you can attach information pages to, where the information pages are the about or the how to or the more on this topic for like 85% of the page. Then the bottom of the page is like, hey, we've done it all. If you don't want to do it yourself, click here, or join, to learn more about our team, click here, or to take a look at this opportunity that we have for you, click here. So that's the bottom 15% of the page. And then that's your top of funnel. Now, this sounds like a page that's mostly informational, followed by a bit of a pitch that's top of funnel. When they click, goes to your landing page, right? Your middle of funnel. And that's where the landing page keeps bringing them over. Why would you want to do an organic page like that that's informational and not meant to be pitchy? It's meant to answer a question that people ask on Google. Because Google wants that for an authority website. So we can make a lot of web pages that point people at your landing page. Those web pages can even be on one or more different websites, or they can be on the same website as a landing page. But, on your landing page, you're probably not wanting to point back out to those pages because you already, if you got them there, you want to keep them focused. So it's better to have another website that we make lots of informational pages on, a page about every topic that matters. And then those are going to just answer questions from people asking on Google all day long. And the bottom is going to be, hey, if you don't want to do it yourself, or if you want us to do it, or if you want to join our team, or if you want to look at the opportunity more, or if you want to browse our catalog, whatever it is you're trying to do, then you can have that point in at you. Now, real quick, for those who are wondering, you can do pattern interrupts down the page like that too. As long as the page is primarily answering the question or discussing the topic, you can have little pattern interrupts along the way that are pitches for you. And I wouldn't do the same one every time, right? Because then people get blind to it. If they weren't ready for it up here, then they kind of skip it. So then when they see it again, they're like, oh, I know what that is. And they skip it and they see it and, oh, I know what that is. You kind of teach them to get blind to your top of funnel. So make sure that if we're doing something like that, either you or you're having us do it for you, we'll do it for you, then we already know to do it. Have a different angle, different pitch on the way down, right? So that the pitch starts off light here and then gets more cool down here as people learn more by going down the page, right? Best way to explain that is the conversion is lost somewhere between the top of the page and the bottom of the page if people go somewhere early. They just leave. So you make sure it's engaging. Have your pattern interrupts for the guys who are the right kind of guys. And by doing that, you increase the interest in the page and or the number of things people click on. Some people are ready early. They don't spend a lot of time on the page, but they click. Google counts that as a score in your favor. Other people are still learning and they're starting at the beginning. They read from the top down. Google counts that as a score for you. Even if they buy nothing, even if they leave, eventually through maybe even some link on your page that just goes to an external authority link about some totally different topic. That is a score for you. If 97% of your traffic was thousands of people coming, reading 97% of the page and then leaving, but the remaining 3% are clicking on your top of funnel and turning into paid subscribers, your website's perfect. Think about it that way. Reality check is you're going to have a better conversion rate anyway, no matter what, as long as your topic's applicable and you're writing about the things that have to do with it one way or the other. But the reality check is that this is what Google wants to see, that people like to hang out on your pages and or click things. Okay. Now let me come back to the point, the landing page. I meant to make this point. Because our websites actually pay attention to the goals you set on the page, you would say, we need people to watch that video. We need people to click that link. Now the webpage knows its job. It has a job. It's supposed to make people do A, and it's trying to make people do B. And you're giving it a clue. You're telling the landing page, I want this big a percentage to do A, and I want that big a percentage to do B. So then your website goes, I get it. Those are the two goals. As I watch people, I'm trying to get them to do these things. If they're not doing them, I'm going to make logical decisions to help improve how many people are doing them. And as more people are doing them, Google will see that. That means that the heat maps fall in line with Google's expectations. And because more people are interested in the page and or clicking on things on the page, Google will rank your pages higher. Therefore, you'll get a lot more traffic. Therefore, you'll get a lot more interested people on your pages, right? This is how you take over, especially if you do it with multiple websites. So as people do the searches, you're not just one of the 10 results in the organic section on the front page. You can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, keyword by keyword by keyword. So you want to show up for 10,000 keywords and you want to be 10 front page spots whenever you can. If you can't be 9, wherever you can't be 9, be 8, wherever you can't be 8, be 7. For as many of those keywords as possible. That's saturation. And the way to earn that is to make your websites mini encyclopedias about your topics. So most of your pages are informational, but they can, of course, have your header and your phone at the top. They can have the left sidebar that suggests the things that you could be interested in. They can have pattern interrupts on the way down, and they can close with a call to action. That's all fine. Okay, but make the topics good as topics. And what happens is the more you do this, the more meaningful your website is for the market in general, and therefore the higher Google ranks you, therefore the more money you guys get to make. So what is important about our stuff? Our pages check how well they do and improve the layouts of stuff and swap between videos you allow it to swap between. All that stuff that it can do. It changes the wording on the subscription links. It does everything it can to get those percentages up for the real humans that land on the pages. And because of that, you can afford to start paying for ads because you can let your website work on watching, tracking the people and reacting to what they do to aim for a higher ROI. Okay? That's absolutely huge. And the fact that we can do it visually too, manually, we can actually track how people are interacting with the pages manually, means you can actually see what everyone does when they land on your page from an ad. So if you're watching what they do, just in case you see something that the website would not have known, like they're trying to click the link in the middle of a paragraph that's, it's wording that's bolded that talks about something, but it's not clickable and it's turning them off. Well, the website doesn't get a way to tell you to make that a web page, but you can see that. So in the beginning, you just watch and make sure that things make sense, If somebody clicks and lands on a broken link, let's fix it, right? We didn't know it was there, now we do, fix it. That's easy. But then once you go through manually and you're like, okay, people are having a good experience, then you get to let your website keep tracking and keep improving your conversion ratio so that you get a higher and higher ROI. And for every next page you auto-generate, it takes about 1.5 minutes to make a totally awesome page, and then just scan through it and make sure it's written well and that there's no problem with it. Another 5 minutes to tweak it. And so what do you have now? It's another fish hook in the water of the ocean of the internet, catching fish for you. Literally bringing people your way and getting them interested in your process so that you can make more money. Okay? So just wanted to let you know that if you pay for ads, you should be using our websites, our landing pages, because they auto-write the contents and they monitor how people react. You can see it manually, and your websites can auto-adjust things logically to improve your ROI for you. And every next page you auto-generate becomes a new traffic source for you that also manipulates itself, monitors itself, and adjusts itself to make itself more profitable for you. Okay, just letting you know, that's how important that is.